some fixes that need to be made to that because it's very wobbly. At this time, we'll call this meeting to order, late, which is okay. May I have a roll call, please?
Trustee DeBoer?
Here.
Trutchell?
Here.
Pfeiffer?
Here.
Walschlager?
Here.
Connor?
Here.
Hawquist?
Here.
And President Fianchetto.
Here. We're going to have a presentation for the Pledge of Allegiance. Chief, would you like to do the introduction?
Sure. So Griffin Casper is one of our full-time firefighter paramedics. He was just gone for 4 months in Qatar and returned and presented us with is going to present us with a flag that they flew over there during their deployment. So
Wonderful. Thank you for,
we'll do the pledge first. Okay.
thank you.
Yes.
If everyone would rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Griffin, the floor is yours.
Okay. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The board should stand if we're having a flag presented to us. Everyone doesn't have to stay standing, but I think the board should.
So I left on deployment on July 24th and just got back on October 30th. And while I was over there, we had a program that can have flags flown for people or organizations, and then you bring them back and then present them to your loved ones or organizations that you appreciate, and you thank them for just whatever they've done for you. So while I was over there, I had one flown for Hartland Fire Department, and as it says on the bottom certificate, this certifies that this American flag was flown on board a KC-135 straddle tanker on 15th September 2024 over Iraq during a combat mission in support of Operation Inherent Resolve. Let all who look upon this flag be reminded of the military men and women who maintain a steadfast devotion to protecting the freedoms that it represents. And I was stationed at Al LED Air Base in Qatar, and I'm with the Wisconsin National Guard at the 128th Air Refueling Wing in Milwaukee, so the commercial side, and then right on the east side of the airport is the 128th, and our mission is the 135 straddle tanker, which is the refueler, so we do aerial refueling operations, and I'm a crew chief over there, so just got back from deployment, and just wanted to say thanks to Chief for all of his everything that he's done for me, and letting me have this opportunity at this great fire department and being able to work for a great village. So, thank you.
Thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you. We'll have a little reception afterwards down with some cake and some water. So.
Okay. Thank you very much for your service. Thank you for taking the time to come in here to keep it all on everyone's.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Griffin. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
At this time, we have public comment for anyone that would like to speak in public comments.
You can do it there. We have nobody on Zoom. She just wants to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. I just wanted to take a moment to share the exciting news and welcome Heather Costa to the village team. She is our newest member as the recreation coordinator. We're really excited to have her join, coming from Piggly Wiggly. Many of you probably recognize her face as a familiar face in town. And so just really looking forward to working together in the year ahead. So.
Welcome, Heather. Did you have any words that you wanted to share with the board? No?
I don't, and I would just thank you. I'm super happy to be here.
Thank you. We're happy to have you. Anybody we don't have anyone in the room for public comment. Anyone on Zoom?
Nobody on Zoom.
First item on the agenda is items related to vouchers. We have a consideration of vouchers for payment in the amount of $872,193.74.
I'll make a motion to approve the vouchers for $872,193.74.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the payment of the vouchers. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. Now we have actions related to licenses and permits. We have a special event application for Holiday Train on December 8th, 2024.
Yes, so we're really excited to have been selected again for the Holiday Train to stop in Hartland. This is coming up on December 8th, 2024. They should be stopping at 5:30 and pulling away by 6:30. So it is a pretty quick window here. Per just our recent conversations, we do try to get paperwork in, obviously 60 days in advance. With the Holiday Train, we don't learn of the date until into October, and we're not allowed to immediately share that date until we're given permission from the Canadian Pacific Holiday Train organization. So just wanted to mention that. We do have two different organizations that are going to be food vendors at this event. That would be Kiwanis, offering hot dogs and hot cocoa along with some other items. Let's see here, chips, chili dogs, and they will have glow sticks as well. And then Epic Mortgage will be donating desserts like cookies and things like that they'll be selling. In both cases, 100% of the proceeds will be going back to our two food pantries in Hartland, the Hartland Food Pantry and the St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry. We did have our kickoff meeting with staff and everybody who is participating in that, so we're all on board with PD, fire, DPW, and the admin staff, along with participants this year. So, pretty standard event. We're really excited. It's the kickoff to the holiday season. It'll be 2 days after Heartland Lights. Yeah, any questions about the special event?
I just have a comment that this is one of those events we'll have to, we're going to look at what to do about special events because some of them are hard to make 60 days. For example, this year the Holiday Train fell on the Sunday. The Friday is Heartland Lights, so we're trying to get the bid to do something Saturday. Be cool to have a whole weekend. They still are working towards a Grinch scavenger hunt. We've not seen that paperwork, but they are trying to do something, and it is one of those limited time things. So I know it doesn't meet the paperwork and deadlines, but we are going to try and revisit this permit to come up with possibly a special event. Yeah, special event or a limited notice event or something that everyone is comfortable to get behind. So we've obviously done this many times, so nothing different here.
I also failed to mention that, of course, the purpose of the Holiday Train is to raise awareness for small communities, or in small communities for food pantries. So we did deliver all of the bins for food collection around town. There's flyers around town. And so that has started, and now through December 8th, we'll be collecting non-perishable food donations. That'll all, again, be split between the two food pantries in Heartland.
I'll state, this is their largest fundraiser. So it's fantastic. They each get a good chunk of money from CP. Every year we go down to Public Works, there's, 4 to 6 trucks full of food. We take it to the food pantries that next day. It's really fun.
I have a suggestion. I was going to, Sarah, and you saved me from yelling again. But I'm just wondering if staff can look at this, you know, the special events 60-day thing and maybe define it better, so that, obviously it's a village function, then I understand that it's different than having an individual have a function. But I just want to be consistent and not that I was picking on somebody, so.
Yeah,
I just wanna
and I'm
make sure.
thinking what we may have to do is waive continuing events such as this, like they get the waiver, because we don't get notified till mid-October. The 60 days is nice to have, especially for police, DPW, because we need to know if we need extra staffing, barricades, what we need. This event we know is hopefully coming every year, it's just a matter of what day. So we'll put together maybe some kind of policy like we have with food trucks.
Yeah.
That give exceptions to certain events, so.
Thank you.
Make a motion that we approve the special events application for the holiday train on December 8th, 2024.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the special events application for holiday train on December 8th, 2024. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. Now we have a discussion and consideration of Resolution 1111, 2024, resolution approving the sewer utility rate effective first quarter 2025.
Point of information.
Yeah.
I have not received anything for tab 1. I have not gotten any documents. So I have no information to vote on. I brought my
Right,
book.
it's right here shown on your screen.
Well, but I'm saying my tab 1, I have not gotten anything. It's
You wouldn't get it, there's no final budget until you approve it tonight. This is your tab 1, which was in the agenda. This is the same thing we do every year.
So it was in the packet we received?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me just look for it. Well, when it gives you tab 1, page 8, that's what I was looking for.
And it says on the statement, tab 1, page 8
I
in the
don't think I
packet.
have it. I do not have that.
There it is right
Yep,
there.
there it is. So it's just this right here.
That is all we're approving for the budget.
Okay.
And we're actually, that's the next agenda item. This one's actually the sewer rate resolution.
Okay, thank you very much.
You got the sewer rate.
Yeah, so I'll talk about that. We do a 5% annual increase for the sewer rate. We've done that. We didn't do a couple of years of it. We do it every year just to maintain everything. All of our costs go up at least that every year for everything we do. So the point of that rate increase is to keep it so that we don't have to do, hopefully don't have to do a larger increase down the road. This equates to about a $7.50 per quarter for the average family. So you're looking at maybe 28, so let's say $2 to $2.50 a month.
And this is the sewer. This
This
is
is
not
the
water.
sewer,
So
yes.
it's a water increase, or is this that?
Water increase was already previously
That's-
approved at
okay, that's what I thought.
4.1%.
Yep.
Make a motion then approve Resolution 1111, 2024, resolution approving the sewer utility rate effective first quarter of 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the sewer rate. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. Now we have consideration of items related to the 2025 village budget as shown on tab 1, page 8, and tab 31, page 1 and 2 of the 2025 budget book. All information after tab 1 is for information purposes only. These figures may be modified by the village board during final consideration of this meeting.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go to A, then I'll.
Yep. That's,
So the discussion on the 2025 budget, I had a question from Trustee Hallquist earlier that the budget was increased approximately $300,000. That increase in the $300,000 was for some of our aid payments increased, and then $230,000 increase that we talked about with the Western Lakes Fire contract. It was gonna be 70, and if you recall, we went up to $300,000 for that contract for the town of Merton portion. So that is the total increase compared to the last budget that we were at.
get that 300,000, correct?
Correct. Yep, that is part of the signed contract. They will be sending us $300,000, one payment in January, one payment in July, And the fire department is putting out advertising for 2 new full-time positions for that funding.
So to clarify, we're putting on our budget because we're gonna be doing spending because there's an extra
Correct.
$300,000 in fire.
The
And then we're
revenues
gonna get
and
that back,
expenditures.
but this isn't showing the revenue.
It is showing the revenue. It is up in here.
Is that what you were asking about, Tim? Yes. So if we're getting the 300 and that's shown, and we're paying 300, why are we up 300, I think is.
We're not, our expenditures are up 300 from when you got it, and our revenues are up 300 from when you got it.
Got it, okay, yep, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It was 9.4 and now it's 9.7, approximately.
So with that, if anybody wants to have any discussion on the budget, we can have it now. It's a little easier to do that way, and then we start moving through all the things, but we can take up the motion and we can approve the budget for the amount shown, as you'll see on item B.
That's what I want to talk to you about. So item B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I are just approving every budget, and J. When we get to K, I will explain the levy. I guess I can explain it right now. So, the increase as shown, the tax rate for next year is gonna be $3.85, 3.8513. Last year it was 3.7734. It's 7.79 cents per thousand. So every $1,000 will increase $7.79. That is all debt levy. As you recall, we can only go up by net new construction. We can't raise it for anything else, so it is the increase in the debt levy, which is about, I want to say $78,000 in that range.
What was that rate again?
Current rate is 3.8513. That will be the new rate.
And the old was
3.7734. And the reason for slight increase is because last year we paid $2,058,000 in debt service. Next year I have it so that we're paying $2.116 million, because as you recall, we'll do a borrowing at the end of this year. So that borrowing will be $200,000 or $300,000. I'm trying to make it so that next year we don't have a huge jump, so that we don't keep it flat, and we have to go up $200,000 or $300,000.
Any other budget questions?
Reminder, each item would be read and need a motion and a second and a roll call vote.
I'll go ahead and make a motion on item B then. Make a motion to approve the 2025 municipal general fund budget in the amount of $9,780,037 shown on tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the 2025 municipal general fund budget in the amount of $9,780,037 shown on tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book. Any discussion? May I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee DeBoer?
Yay.
Trutchell?
Yay.
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 Connor?
Yay.
And Hopquist?
Yay.
President Pass.
Yay. That motion passes.
I'll make a motion to approve 2025 water utility budget in the amount of $1,939,000. 8 of the 2025 budget book.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the 2025 water utility budget in the amount of $1,939,000 shown on tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book. Any discussion? May I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee DeBoer?
Yay.
Trutchell?
Yay.
Becker?
Yay.
Walsheiger?
Yay.
Connor?
Yay.
Hopquist?
Yay.
President Vanderstadt.
Yay. That motion passes.
I'll make a motion to approve the consideration, to approve the 2025 sewer utility budget in the amount of $2,139,400 as shown in tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the 2025 sewer utility budget in the amount of $2,139,400 is shown on tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book.
Approval with Shante Didi, just in case, just making sure.
Any discussion? May I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee DeBoer?
Yay.
Trutchell?
Yay.
Pfeiffer?
Yay.
Walshliger?
Yay.
Connor?
Yay.
Hallquist?
Yay.
President Vanderstel?
Yay. That passes.
I'm so taking this one. I'd like to make the motion to approve the 2025 TIF number 4 budget in the amount of $328 as shown on tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve $328 on TIF number 4, as shown on tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book.
That TIF should be closing within 2 or 3 years.
You totally just took my thunder.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Any discussion? Notice I said thunder because Adam made the motion, so he was the lightning. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee DeBoer?
Yay.
Trutchell?
Yay.
Pfeiffer?
Yay.
Walshliger?
Yay.
Connor?
Yay.
Hallquist?
Yay.
President Vanderstel?
Yes, that passes. Now we
like-
have, oh, go ahead. Nope,
No, I was gonna do the motion.
go ahead. I was on autopilot, I'm sorry.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2025 TIF number 6 budget in the amount of $128,128 as shown on tab 1, page 8 of the budget book.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded to approve the 2025 TIF number 6 budget in the amount of $128,128 as shown on tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book. Any discussion? Ryan, what's the outlook on that one?
So that one is still paying off the municipal debt obligation to the developer. Remember, he was owed 1.222 million. Once that is fully paid off, that, if you look up here where I'm kind of moving my mouse, that 142,000, that will go back annually to pay off the village, and the negative that is associated with that TIF in our financial report, so.
Do you know about how long we have left before that switch happens?
It'll, I would say 2 to 3 years until his MRO is paid off, and
And then
then
it
that
starts-
TIF will take the life, yes.
Okay. Just
But-
wanted to know.
It was anticipated.
And you said you thought it would take 2 or 3 years to pay off TIF?
Yeah, that'll be paid off relatively soon.
I figured it'd be this.
With all the values going down, the TIF increment is going down, so it's paying less.
Any other discussion on the TIF number 6 motion?
Trustee DeBoer?
Yay.
Trutchell?
Yay.
Pfeiffer?
Yay.
Walshliger? Connor?
Yay.
Hallquist?
Yay.
Yes, that passes. Now we, oh, go ahead, whoever wants it.
Make a motion that we approve the 2025 TIF number 7 budget in the amount of $2,500 as shown on tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the 2025 TIF number 7 budget in the amount of $2,500 as shown on tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book.
So this TIF, this is the new TIF, the quarry. This will start getting increment in hopefully 2026.
Any discussion? May I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee DeBoer?
Yay.
Trutchell?
Yay.
Pfeiffer?
Yay.
Walshliger?
Yay.
Connor?
Yay.
Hallquist?
Yay.
Yes, that passes. Now we have, or go ahead, whoever wants it.
I'll make a motion to approve 2025 debt service budget in the amount of $2,296,701 as shown on tab 1, page 8, 2025 budget book.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the 2025 debt service budget in the amount of $2,296,701 as shown on tab 1, page 8 of the 2025 budget book. Any discussion? May I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee DeBoer?
Yay.
Trutchell?
Yes.
Pfeiffer?
Yay.
Walshliger?
Yay.
Connor?
Yay.
Hallquist?
Yay.
President Vanderstel?
Yes, that passes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2025 capital improvements, impact fee, special revenue, and other funds in the amount of $3,614,829 for a total of village expenditure budget in the amount of $19,900,923.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the 2025 capital improvements, impact fee, and special revenue and other funds in the amount of $3,614,829 for a total village expenditure budget in the amount of $19,900,923. Any discussion? May I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee DeBoer?
Yay.
Churchill?
Yay.
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 Yes.
Yes. That motion passes. Now we have consideration of a motion to authorize the Downtown Business Improvement District tax assessment of $74,800 as requested by the bid board.
Make a motion that we authorize the Downtown Business Improvement District tax assessment of $74,800 as requested by the bid.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to authorize the Downtown Business Improvement District tax assessment of $74,800 as requested by the bid board.
This is not a roll call.
I know.
These are all the businesses downtown that are part of the Business Improvement District. They each get a chunk of a tax of $74,800 for the bid to operate. So this is no taxpayer money, only the businesses in the bid downtown.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. Now we have a consideration of a motion to approve a property tax levy in the amount of $7,283,013.
Motion to approve the property tax levy in the amount of $7,283,013.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, sorry. I always screw it up. Every year I almost made it too.
I'll move them.
May I have a roll call, please?
Trustee DeBoer?
Yay.
Churchill?
Yay.
Piper?
Yay.
Walsheiger? Tanner?
Yay.
Alquist?
Yes.
Absolutely. That motion passes. Now we have a consideration of a motion to approve the 2025 payroll matrix on tab 31, page 2.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2025 payroll matrix on tab 31, page 2.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the 2025 payroll matrix on tab 31, page 2. May I have a roll call, please?
Trustee DeBoer?
Yay.
Churchill?
Yay.
Piper?
Yay.
Walsheiger?
Yay.
Tanner?
Yay.
Alquist?
Yay.
Yay. That passes. Now we have consideration of the Hartland Business Improvement District 2025 budget, which we already voted on in the budget.
No, so we voted on the tax assessment, now we're voting on their expenditure budget. So it's just something where the holders of their money, they have to approve it, they bring it to us. So remember, all bid expenditures are not taxpayer, not ours, but technically we have rule over them, so just verifying. They have quite a bit in fund balance, let's say 30 or 40,000, so every year they show that they're gonna be spending that down, it just hasn't happened yet, but eventually they'll hopefully get some facade improvements or items like that. So all we're looking to do is approve the budget as presented from the bid.
I'll make a motion to approve the Hartland presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the Business Improvement District 2025 budget. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. Now we have discussion and consideration of a police department's request to order squads in 2024 that are budgeted for in 2025. Chief?
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a typical memo I draft for you each time we purchase a vehicle due to the lead time it takes to get said vehicle. So this is part of that budget that you just approved for the police department. Those monies were allocated. This is just giving me permission to place that order with our state representative for the Ford purchase. And then it wouldn't be billed to that 2025 till we actually receive that vehicle, which if any time frame as of late has shown us what that is, it's probably about fall of next year we'll actually receive it.
I'll make a motion that we approve the police department's request to order the squad in 2024 that's budgeted for 25.
Second.
Shantae's got me.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the police department's request to order squads in 24 that are budgeted in 25.
Chief, how old is the car we're replacing? What year is it?
2017. 8 years. It will be just over 8 years old by the time it gets replaced.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. The village budget is set. You know those cars, it cost a lot less when I started doing this.
Those cars cost a lot less like 2 years ago.
I know. No, it's just crazy. I think it was like $26,000, and then with the outfitting, it was like 34.
Yeah, the prices have dramatically increased to include the equipment, outfitting. It's definitely a price that has stayed with those inflationary dollars that we've seen
Right.
since the COVID fiasco,
The debacle.
debacle.
That was some trying times. Well, announcements.
I got the microphone, so I guess I'll start over here for staff. A couple things. Our Wiley assessment, our 3-day assessment, was last week. It went very well. We did have a minor computer issue on day one where our computer didn't want to open files. So we worked through that problem for a little bit. That delayed us initially. But once we got that computer replaced out through the assistance of Scott Howard, that again picked up very quickly, and they actually were done in the morning of day 3. So they didn't even still have to work through all of day 3 because everything was in order as presented. That was a computer issue that was working perfect, I might add, the night before. And we came into a screen flickering, a monitor no longer working, and then a computer that would not open a simple file. So it was kind of a frustrating issue to have at the last moment. But we got through that very well. A lot of good feedback from the assessment team. Some things that we talked about, and they are going to recommend us for that reaccreditation. So everything they saw, we comply with the standards set forth, but it's the Wiley board that ultimately has to do that. So they write up a report. We'll go in front of that Wiley board either next Monday or in their December meeting for their review and ultimate approval. We had our part-time administrative assistant interviews the week prior to last. We did some initial reference checking, made an offer to move one of the candidates to our background investigation. So we have a candidate that's currently going through that process as we speak. So we're hopeful that will be filled hopefully within about the next 2 weeks or so. Lieutenant interview is actually tomorrow. We had one internal candidate that expressed interest in that third shift, soon to be vacant third shift lieutenant position. They'll interview at the PFC for consideration tomorrow. If the PFC allows me consideration to promote that individual, which is Officer Joseph Souther, who just recently joined us about a little over 6 months ago from the UW-Milwaukee Police Department, where he served as a sergeant for many years at that police department. I do plan on offering that position to him rather quickly because I like to move and get those positions filled. And then that leads us to that trickle-down effect of now we have an officer position, and unfortunately, 2 to ultimately fill. One will be DC Calera's ultimate domino effect that I just described. But then we got notice that one of our employees, Officer Thomas Bagan, is seeking employment in the financial sector, in the private sector. So he was just given a job offer with Fidelity Investments. So he'll be leaving us to join the private sector in the near future. We're still working out that date. It could be as early as December 9th. If I have my way, it will be January 21st. But we're still working out those details to figure things out. And then some happy news is we have a couple officers that are expecting children for 2025, which is a great time for them and their families and for our extended police department families. It does bring some staffing challenges to the police department, as you can expect. So we'll work through those officer vacancies and then those ultimate family medical leave vacancies as well. So 2025 is looking to be a fun staffing challenge for the police department, but we'll get through it like we always do.
Thank you, Chief.
I don't have much, just that the winter spring guide is coming soon. So we should be having that in the Hartland happenings. And then going to print and in homes within the next month.
Over on Highway 83, the water main, Michaels is still working on that. They've got done most of the lining on that project. They are pressure testing this week. So taking each section of pipe that they installed and pressurizing it. It's got to stay at a certain pressure for an hour duration of time. So we have our staff out there along with our village inspector making sure that pipe is in correct shape before they make the connections to that and get a safe water sample and everything like that. So that's what they're currently doing now. Last Friday, DPW staff attended a chainsaw safety training course. This was for a lot of our newer members in the DPW and also some of our senior guys, as many guys as we could afford. We sent to that course. It's a very good course that Nathan provides for us. So I want to thank the fire department for letting us use their facility for the training. Leave pickup is still continuing to go on. Message to the residents to please be patient. We are making a pass so far every single week throughout the entire village. So we made 3 passes ready. This would be the 4th pass this week. So we are moving around with that. And I'd also like to commend Sandy and Dee Dee for the efforts in voting. DPW usually always helps out with those tasks, and it was very organized this year. We had meetings prior to with police department and our staff to get everything set up for voting, and it went well, at least on my side of things. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Our new children's librarian started this past Monday. His name is Matt Amenda. He's an Arrowhead graduate, so we have someone local filling that position, so I'm pretty excited about it. He's doing a great job so far. So knock on wood, we are fully staffed at the library for the first time since August.
Fantastic. Thank you. Claire and Leo, neither one of you had anything for announcements? Yeah. Did you say price check?
Price check, yeah. Fire department ran 99 calls for service in October. We are currently 34 ahead of last year, so that should put us well into the 11, almost 1,200 call range by the end of the year if everything keeps going. And Cagel keeps running 10 calls a shift. And as you can see, Griffin is back. He's still actually on deployment and should be back on December 2nd with us. So we'll start seeing some of that bonus staffing at that point, finally. And other than that, we had our pump testing done on the engine and the ladder. Our other truck that was in getting fixed from the accident is back today. They'll be back to do the oil change and pump test on that. And otherwise, so far, everything looks great on everything. So some minor things that they'll be fixing for us. So.
Awesome. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Cagel, you got anything?
Nothing to report.
Okay.
Just a really quick question. Tom, when is the last time that leaf truck's going through?
When is the posted last time that the last truck's going through?
Right.
Monday before Thanksgiving.
When do we normally go through?
Monday before Thanksgiving?
Monday before Thanksgiving.
Yep. Monday before
When
Thanksgiving.
does the yard,
Get your leaves out to the curb, everybody.
does the yard close for the public?
They just keep on picking them up until all the complaints stop.
Advertise is like, let me just skip to that for you.
I think it's the week prior to Thanksgiving.
Supposed to close on the 22nd this year, and we're making our last pass starting the 25th.
All right.
So,
Thank you.
So make sure your leaves are out by Thanksgiving, or you know what you're gonna spend your 4-day weekend doing, if you get a 4-day.
It's the week before Thanksgiving.
we're hoping to be done by Thanksgiving.
Okay, get them out there this week, otherwise you're sitting on them all winter.
Just a big thank you to all our veterans that served. Today's a special day on Veterans Day. Thank you.
Cycling yard closed on the 22nd.
Just echoing Tom's comments, the election went great. Actually had a lot of people say positive things and just how good it was, so.
Why don't you, what was the percentage? That's big.
59.4 or so? Oh, you were talking the total percentage, sorry, whoops. Look around.
91%.
91%.
It's amazing.
Wow, that's outstanding.
When's the
4 years ago,
Probably 2020, for
we were
sure.
400 short of that. So,
Oh, okay.
And that's quite a bit out of
Yeah.
6,500.
That's awesome.
So, you got more? Go ahead. Oh, no, I got, so we did have our election. It happened. The last time this has happened in Hartland, it would have been whenever Grover Cleveland was in. It was the early 1900s that someone bounced out for 4 years and then came back in. But after the election results came in, we will have a different president of the country. It has happened once before. I think it was Cleveland, but he lost for 4 years and then went back in. But we also have some new elected officials that are affect our lives in even a more close way. Cindy Duco, once the new assembly people get, installed, Barbara Dietrich will be our representative for the 99th Assembly District. Chris Kapinga stays as our state senator. But I have reached out and I will continue to reach out to, at some meeting, give Barbara Dietrich the floor to come in and just introduce herself so she can meet, she's met almost everyone, but so that she can have some time in front of this board. Food donations. So everybody said all those donation bins are out there. I'm not sure exactly where they all are, just off the top of my head, which means that people in the village don't, but I just suggest that people go online on the village website or call the village. They'll tell you where to go. I know they always have some at Piggly Wiggly, I think, right? And we have them here at the village.
We do, and there's 10 businesses participating this year, so they're scattered throughout town. We have Modern Dental up on Hartbrook. They're participating, so if that's a convenient spot over there. As you make your way this way, we've got Enters, we've got Village Hall, the library, and then we've got over in the industrial park, we've got the WAC, Landmark, and Bank 59. So
Cool.
Plenty of areas to drop off, and of course we've got Stuff the Squad at Piggly Wiggly coming up, and they'll have 2 bins as well. So just find a place and let's support our food pantries in
And
Hartland.
there's, if everybody just bought, 5 or 6 pounds a week, everybody in the village, we'd crush it. So, I mean, we already crush it, but we could really overwhelm everybody if we did that. Has there been anything told to us on what is more needed than other things? I know sometimes there's actually like toilet paper and stuff like that they really need.
They're so grateful for the variety. This event usually brings in everything. It's
Good.
got paper products, it's got
Good.
the non-perishable foods, and the monetary donations. So if there are things that they need, they're able to spend the money on what items are most
Okay,
needed. So
wonderful. And just as everyone else has said, it's already been said enough, but I mean, happy Veterans Day to everybody, especially our veterans. Or our veterans. That's the most important part of today. I got nothing else.
Make a motion that we adjourn.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn this meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This meeting's adjourned.